We have a park here in London called Hampstead Heath, and there's a pond there that's called the Men's Pond. And actually, I go there every Saturday of the year. And luckily, I've had Wim Hof on here a couple times. It was the first time 5 or 6 years ago. So I'll jump in this thing at like 4 degrees centigrade. And it's my ritual every week. And sometimes I don't want to go in, but I know when I go in, I feel so much better. I do some breathing. And so it's funny you say that, because I search out the water too. Even in the middle of a massive city like London, people are always checking my Instagram like, where is that? Because it doesn't look like London, but it's actually right near in the middle of the city, really.
Yeah, you seek it out. Why are you drawn to it? I mean, these are internal draws that were pulled to these things, for some fear and for some danger. And I mean, I think some of it's hard difficult to somebody goes, well, how come you're drawn to riding a giant wave or something? And I'm like, some of it just doesn't have, there's no conscious understanding. It's more of a draw, and you're pulled towards it for, and people are adrenaline junkie. And I always kind of despise that description, because it's kind of like it invalidates the pureness of what you are and what you're interested in. It's like, oh, you're just doing that because you get this feeling. I'm like, that feeling is a byproduct, but you're drawn by something greater than just some sort of chemical reaction when you impose danger. It's a little more intricate than that.
What is it, do you think, a challenge for you, a teacher for you, like something you feel as like a man, as a human, you're drawn out to what you've described it sometimes, the rumbling and the low frequency sounds of that? Is it just pull you out there, and maybe there's not a logical answer to it all the time?
Well, and I think it's part of existence. I think it's part of making you feel alive. Like you go there, and when you're in these intense things, and the Wim would say, the nobleness and the wisdom of the cold. Where you go there, and the intensity of this situation strips everything away. It just pulls everything. It pulls you away. The you that combs his hair and puts the clothes on and walks down the street. That's the you that goes away. And, the monks would say, the now, living in the moment, and all of these terms doesn't get more in the moment than when you're in that pond, in that temperature, and everything is, and then it goes to breath, and in Hawaiian, the breath is the ha, or that's the life force. You breathe in, and then the spirit possesses. And when you die, the breath leaves and the spirit leaves. And I mean, you can go deep as you want, but I can tell you it's the now, it's the immediacy of existence. It's like, and there's no other clutter. There's no other, life, your brain is constantly running things, and life is bombarding you, and you never really get a break. And in this moment, you get there's a stillness. There's a stillness and a break that you obviously need and probably need it on a regular basis. Actually, you seek it out. Like, where can I find, and maybe someone has to have 10,000 hours of experience at a skill to make it unconscious, so they can be in a flow state. Again, the now, the moment, that thing. So there's all different levels of it, but we know that these intense situations, and then you couple them with skill and knowledge, and then all of a sudden, that's the highest level of existence, in my opinion, because none of this other stuff does that. And this stuff's free. This is free. Doesn't cost money. You don't buy it. It's not like if you have more of it, you can get more. You don't. This is only your effort and your skill and your desire and your will are going to give you this. This is going to be, so this is earned stuff that you earn without reward, really, other than just the feeling, feeling. No, there's no, and I think, and that's where it starts, and people make lives of it. People make a living, people you're able to take pieces of it and turn it into a living. And if my friend would always say, shame on you. Like, if you're good and you're lucky, shame on you.